Okay, so hey guys, welcome back to another Access 72 video. Pleasure to be joined yet again by Spencer Binks. Spencer, as I said off camera, your best performance by far tonight. And so I suppose, first of all, how are we feeling about it all?
Yeah, great. Buzzing, got the win. Buzzing, best fight so far ever throughout my whole career. So yeah, really happy, really happy.
And I suppose that's literally what you have to be seeing for a fighter who's developing. You see them developments come through, and I'm sure your coach is over the moon as well.
Yeah, that's it. It's like the hard work's paying off, and you're buzzing. Everything you put in camps works. Everything was working on. I thought I was doing it. I'd have to watch it back, but yeah, I thought it was working on. So it's good to see the results coming into when it matters.
And there was a few things I wanted to pick up on and just see if you were, I suppose, doing this on purpose and what was the reason behind doing it. And something I really liked about you was just, you know, the hand speed and everything like that, and also the fact that you were switching up the power on some of your shots. You throw combinations that were fast and maybe not too powerful, but then switch it up and then throw ones that were. Yeah. And was that, you know, subconscious, trying to do that, trying to deceive open gaps?
Yeah, that's right. So I was working on that in camp, so tap, 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 bang, or vice versa, catching a big shot, and then like a softer shot, and then followed by, and then like I say, either pop shot or work in flurries. Just try make the pace my own, and try, you know, make the pace a bit different. Keep them thinking. So I like to think that worked.
And I suppose when you're in there with a journeyman type fighter, it's important to make sure that you give them respect, but you also are the one controlling the pace, and you're the one being the one that's in charge.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, these men are tough. They do this every weekend. I mean, like any other person, I could have, with them shots, I could have got him out of there. But he's used to this, and you know, they're fit and they're strong, and these lads are a lot older than me as well. I'm only 20, so I'm only young in this game as well. So yeah, I've got to give them the respect because they've got that man strength, and you know, they box all day, every day. So yeah.
And when you speak about man strength, like I said to you off camera, you looked a lot more physically stronger in there. And of course, like you say, it's the weight. And I suppose in general, was it nice to be able to see, like you were literally just moving him around at times in there, and it was really impressive to see. Was that nice feeling to be able to do?
Yeah, definitely. The weight, like we just said then, the weight helps. Strength and conditioning helps. Shout out to my PT, shop PT. So yeah, that helps as well. And yeah, I like to think that I was moving around, you know, could catch him, and if he came in, I could hold my own with him a bit, even though he's probably got that physical advantage on me.
And I suppose weight-wise, is it important to, you know, you've had a few fights where perhaps it wasn't ideal, but now you've found one that you're comfortable at, and it's still so early on in your career. Is it nice to be able to find that weight that you're comfortable at?
Yeah, definitely. I felt strong at this weight. I felt really, really strong. I didn't have to kill myself to get to it. You know, a little bit more dieting, but no, it was easy to get to. I mean, before my opponents were a lot heavier, so you know that helped a lot. And I think when we're doing day before weigh-ins as well, we'll be able to get even lighter, it'll be even stronger. So it'll be all good.
Definitely. And I suppose when people talk about, you know, a few kg being in it and things like that, how much of a difference does that actually make?
Yeah, massive difference. Because you've got, like, not forgetting, like, even when you're sparring people like your weight, aren't you, really? So, you know, it's kind of what you're used to. You don't really want to be giving away weight. I mean, why giving them advantage if there's the option to not give them the advantage?
Of course. And I suppose when you look back upon your first fight now, obviously it must feel like ages ago now. And what would you say to that version of you right after the fight, where of course things weren't feeling quite so good, to where you are now?
I mean, look, it's only gone up, hasn't it? So, you know, when I was down in the dumps thinking, flipping on, where am I going to go from here? I mean, just look, that was coming out loads better, loads stronger. Hopefully people can see that as well. So that's all in the past now, that draw, so forgotten about, yeah.
And I suppose, would you say perhaps this could be a little bit of a breakout performance and people might start being able to see your name as somebody who can mix it around?
Yeah, definitely. I'd like to think people from that don't just see me as like the boxer, you know, the flashy boxer. They can see that, you know, I've got a bit of power behind me and I can mix it up, I can box on the back foot, I can push them back, and, you know, I like to think people notice that. So yeah, I felt good, hopefully I looked good, so yeah.
You did indeed, mate. And just a couple more from me. I suppose, you know, other than just boxing, of course, you just got a big win there. Yeah. What else would you say is your favourite part of the sport?
I love training. I dedicate every day, pretty much, more or less, to this, and even to my diet. You know, even just sport. Like, I love it in general. I love, you know, the going out for running. I love the training every day. I love the dieting. If you don't, like, what would I be doing? So yeah, it keeps you sane. So yeah, I love it. Even on the weekends, watching boxing, helping out with lads, always in the sport. So.
And I suppose when you speak about, the enjoyment of even for something like running, a lot of fighters, have to drag themselves out of bed for it. But is it
Yeah.
important to keep that enjoyment for every aspect, not just the fighting?
Yeah, I mean, it is hard to go out running. You're driving home from work, you're tired, you can sack it off easy there and then, but I guess that's what makes a difference in it. That's what separates the winners from the losers, going out there doing it. So, yeah.
Definitely, and I suppose, when you see fighters, saying stuff like, he separates the winners and the losers, and you see that on telly, perhaps when you're not a fighter, you don't really believe it so much, but, being through experiences and things like that, do you believe that now?
Yeah, it's easy to say when you're sat there with a beer, you take away watching it, isn't it? It's easy, but when you've got the lads doing the 8 rounders and then that, they take a knee or something, their bums or whatever, I wouldn't have done that. Flipping out. If you haven't been through the ropes, that's the thing in it, but, I respect everyone who gets through the ropes, and especially ones that dedicate their lives to it.
And speaking about having a beer, I'm sure you're going to be wanting one now, and what is the plan for you now?
That's it, definitely. Go in and get a McDonald's, that's the plan.
And one final question from me, just, supporters, sponsors, everything like that, always got to give you a platform to shout them
Yeah,
out.
of course. Thank you to everyone who's came, spent their hard-earned money, come down and watch. I appreciate everyone. People that dropped me messages, all my sponsors, Chopper PT, Rayan's Holistic Health Clinic, GW2, Steer, Automotive, all of them. Thank you for keeping me through camp, and all the friends and family support me when I'm cutting weight, mood swings. But yeah, thank you to everyone who's came. So yeah, massive support.
Brilliant. Spencer, congratulations again, and thank you very much, man.
Thank you. Cheers.